Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade using our simple yet highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And this session is to show you how easy they are to use, so that you can see for yourself. So with that, let's jump right into it. And we first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trade sessions. Purpose is multifold. One is it's training. You get to see a experienced trader trade with the specific trade plan that they use or strategy that they use. We have a dozen different trade strategies. When we trade you, we will create a trade plan specifically for you based on your availability to trade and your risk profile. I do live trades 3 times a week, Tuesdays and Thursday morning at this time. Also Monday afternoons at 3:30, so long as it isn't a holiday. And then every afternoon around 4:15, I also send a trade set up again, so long as there isn't a holiday. But when you become a regular member, we do live trades every morning at 10 a.m. And 10 p.m. And one of our secret sauces is that because we're so confident in how well our indicators perform and in our ability to teach you to use them, that we offer kind of a guarantee, and that guarantee is that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with company funds. And because you're trading with company funds, your interest and our interest are aligned. We want you to make money, and we don't want you to lose money because that money is our money. So we pay attention to what you're doing and work with you to make sure that you do well. But one of the reasons you're able to do well is that we are providing continuous training. Once you're a member, every Wednesday evening, we do advanced members meeting. And then every Saturday morning, back to the basics, where we're continuing to review the various trade strategies and give you the opportunity to ask specific questions on stuff that you see. So with that, let's jump into it. I like to trade off of, I've got a little checklist that helps me stay focused, make sure I don't miss anything. Every day I like to restart my green chart, cleans out the memory. Also picks up any updates that have gone on. At the end of every day, it is good practice, not just in trading, but in life, is kind of to review the day. What could you have done better? Specifically, the trades that didn't go the way that you wanted. And one of the nice things about our indicators are that they've got the simulator in it, so you can go back to a specific time and take a look at what you were looking at that time and figure out what you did wrong in your analysis. Sometimes you may do everything right and it still go wrong, but frequently, even I, who've been trading 4 years, you sometimes get careless, you sometimes make mistakes, and going back and taking a look at, you can see what you did wrong and then just put it in your tool bag so that you make sure you don't repeat it. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at helping us figure out which direction the market's moving. If we can figure out which direction the market is moving, we can make a little bit of money on that. However, news does impact currency prices, so we want to know when those news announcements are coming out so that we can kind of trade around them. And the best place to find that is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact; and red, which is high impact. And it's these red guys that I want to trade around. And my rule of thumb is I don't like to take a trade within the 2-hour window of when a red news announcement's coming up. So this morning, we don't have any red news announcements. So we've got nothing to worry about. Next one showing up here is tomorrow morning at 8:30. So we've got kind of a clear road ahead of us. As I said, we've got about a dozen different signals. The one I'm going to be using this morning is the 10-point trade signal. And if we don't find anything with the trade point signal, 10-point signal, I will switch over and use another signal called the thick orange line trade. This 10-point trade signal is different than the signal I use for the overnight trade. So just so that everyone's clear, I'm going to take this trade off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot is 11 pips. If I can get 11 pips 3 times a day, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing very good if I can do that. And with a 1-hour chart, I'm expecting a trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. And basically what I'm trying to do is just get all the lines to line up in one direction. And when I do, I've got high confidence that the trade's going to do what I think it's going to do. So let's jump in and take a look. I am going to trade off of the light 6 major chart, which is one of the standard layout charts. As I said, it's a 1-hour chart. This light 6 major is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on this first chart, all US based. And I'm going to start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. And I am looking for situations where, the red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where the lines are either below the oversold line and going up like we have here, or above the overbought line and going down like here. What I'm looking for is when I catch this, I want to ride it all the way, all the lines going up. I want to ride it through the channel and take this piece of profit. So I'm looking for 3 things. 1, we're either overbought or oversold. 2, that all the lines are going in the same direction. And 3, that I've got what I call the double cross, where if we're coming down, the black lines crossed over the gray and the red lines crossed over the green. So here on the Australian USD, we didn't quite get to overbought. It touched the miners, gray line of the miner got up there. Everyone is turned down. Everyone is turned down, and I do have the double cross, so I've got 3 points here. I will consider a trade. I will consider a trade so long as it hasn't kind of gone past the halfway mark. And so this hasn't quite done that. I would prefer that it got up into the overbought section before deciding to take it. So I got 3 points here. Plus, I like the slope of the green line. The slope of the green line is I'm looking for 45 degrees or better, and this is better than 45 degrees. I also like the idea that the majors and the minors are kind of clustered together. When they're clustered together, the signal's a little stronger. When I see that, then I'm going to jump up to the TNTs, and I'm going to count how many lines are supporting the sell signal I'm seeing here. The 2 orange lines, the thick orange and the thin orange, both going down. Blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going up, that means sell. So the dotted blue is going up. So I've got 3 of the 4 lines here telling me sell. I need at least 3 of the 4 lines telling me sell. So I've got the second piece of the trade agreeing. And then the third thing is I am going to go down to the pressure, and I want the lines either going down, which in this case they are, both lines, the red line and the green line. So I've got down pressure. It's very weak down pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the green line. Slope of the green line is almost flat, but it is going down, and how tight the lines are, or close together the lines are. And you can see there's a gap and they're spreading. But so weak down pressure. So I got a point here, 3 points here, and 3 points here. So that's 7 points. The thing I don't like is that we didn't quite get fully to the overbought mark. So I'm going to go to the second part of my analysis, which is I want to confirm the setup. So to confirm the setup, I am going to open up I'm going to look at, instead of a composite chart, I'm going to look at a chart just on the Australian dollar, US dollar, that shows me the different time periods. So in this case, AUD USD. And here I've got 6 different time periods. I've got a 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart, 8 hour, 12, and a day chart. So I am interested in seeing on the 2 hour and the 4 hour chart, I'm interested in seeing that we are overbought. If we're overbought here, I want to be overbought here. So this is the signal we were just looking at. Now, the only thing I don't like now, as we're continuing to look at this, we're losing our double cross. We're losing our double cross. The red line isn't crossed over anymore, which bothers me. So, but ideally, I want this on the 2 hour chart. I want these lines to be up here. I want it to be overbought. I don't necessarily need them to be coming down, but I want them to be overbought. This is telling me that there might still be some up in the movement. When they're overbought over here, if for some reason this signal weakens, as it is while we're watching it, I'll still pick up the trade off of the 2 hour or the 4 hour, but it'll just take longer. So here we are overbought and it's going down. Doesn't necessarily have to be going down, but I just want it to be overbought. Thing I don't like here is that we've been overbought. Each of these candles is 4 hours. So 4, 8, 12, 16 hours we've been overbought. It's been hanging out up here. I like it when it just goes straight up and it's starting to come down. When it's hanging out up here, it could hang out up here for a while. And here's a case where you can see where we were overbought, and you could have gotten 10 pips off of this candle. Can you take a buy when we're overbought? Yes, you can. It's just not part of my trade plan. I want to minimize my risk and be able to get in and out. And generally, when we're overbought, the lines are going to be going down, and I don't want to get caught up here because I don't know when it's going to turn. So because of this, and because now that we've kind of lost this, I'm going to pass. So let's go back and see if we can find another better setup. See, we've lost a double cross. So here, overbought. We don't really have the double cross. Also, the green line is less than 45 degrees. Don't like it when the green line's less than 45 degrees. I want this line to be a little steeper. Here, the steepness is okay, but we don't have the double cross. Pound USD. So if I don't see what I want, I just go on to the next one. Overbought. Majors are still going up. Minors are going down. So I don't have agreement between the two. USD, Canadian dollar. We've just touched oversold. The miners just touched oversold. They're starting to turn. Miners are going up. Majors are sideways. Red lines going down. Green lines going up. So I don't have all the lines going up. I want all the lines going in the same direction. Dollar, Swiss franc. Oversold. Everybody's going up, but I don't quite have the double cross yet. Don't quite have the double cross. Gray lines crossed over the black. Oh, wait. Actually, I do. Green line has crossed over the red. So we've got the double cross here. So 3 points. Jumping up to the TNTs, the thick and thin orange are going up. Dotted blue coming down. So all three of these are telling me buy. Going to the pressure. I have very, very weak down pressure. Very, very weak down pressure. I want either of these lines going up, or I want the green line on top, and I don't have either of those here. So I want all three sections to agree. If I can get all three sections to agree, that's a high probability trade. USD yen. Overbought, and it's starting. It's entered the channel, but the majors are starting to go sideways. So nothing there. So I've cloned this chart and made another one with 6 other currency pairs. These are non-USD pairs. So let's see what we've got. Euro pound overbought. Oversold going down. Australian dollar yen. Australian dollar yen overbought. Everybody's going down. I've got the double cross. Now, we are trading off of a 1-hour chart. You need to be aware of what time it is in each of these various markets. Australia is 14 hours difference from us. So that's putting it at 10 minutes to 9 in the evening. 10 minutes to 9 at the evening, most Australian traders are at home with their families. And the yen is about, Japan's about 12 hours difference. So it's 7 at night. They're probably also on their way home or in a bar somewhere. So on a 1-hour chart, I want one of these guys to be daytime because we need daytime volumes to be able to get the move to happen within the hour. So even though I have the signal here, because of the time of day, I'm not going to trade this. So I'm not even going to bother looking. We do have the signal though, 3 points here. Although I'm not crazy about the 3 points overbought. Everybody's coming down. Red's crossed over, black's crossed over. Not crazy about the slope of the green line. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So 3 points here. Up pressure, weak up pressure, but red is on top. So that's a point. So I've got 7 points. but because of the time, I'm not gonna take this. Euro Canadian dollar overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross, so 3 points. What I don't like here is the slope is less than 45 degrees. I really generally like to have the slope greater than 45 degrees. And I don't like that we have this little gap between where the green line is and where the blue line is. I like this to be a little closer to entering the channel. I do have 3 points here, 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. Actually, I got 4 points here. The 2 blues are going up, dotted blue and thick blue. So 4 points here. Pressure's not there yet, though. Pressure's not there yet. We've got up pressure. The lines are converging. They're getting closer. Maybe next hour this red line will cross over. When that red line crosses over, I'm guessing you're going to see this line become steeper. One of the things I don't like to do is I don't like to guess what's going to happen. I'll just wait for the chart to tell me what's going to happen. I find when you guess what the chart's going to do, it costs you money. And the goal is to, when you take a trade that loses you money, it takes you that many more trades to get back to break even. So I would rather pass on a trade that I'm unsure of versus taking a trade that's not there. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Again, we're out of the time frame for trading this pair in the morning, and we're more than halfway. Pound yen overbought, and majors are sideways. Minors are kind of sideways too. And here's a case where you can see you got a big up move when we're overbought. Euro Australian dollar been hanging out overbought now for 6 hours. We are basically sideways. So nothing there. Let's go to our next group. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought. Majors are sideways. Euro, New Zealand dollar, overbought. Everybody's coming down. I have the double cross red on top, black on top. What don't I like? The slope. I guess the slope is almost 45 degrees here on the major, so that's okay. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue coming up, and so we've got 3 points here. Up pressure, but red line is on top. Red line is crossed over, so we've got 1 point here, 3 points here, and 3 points here. I'm trying to decide if there's a kink in the line here. There might be a kink in the line here. I don't like it when there's a kink in the line where we're going from more steep to less steep. But we've got all the points, so let's go ahead. So even though it's evening time in New Zealand, it's lunchtime in Europe. So we still have, 4 hours of trading left. So let's take a look and see what the 2 hour and the 4 hour chart are giving us. So that was, Euro New Zealand. Here we go. So this is what we were just looking at. On the 2 hour chart, we're overbought and everybody's coming down. I don't need them to come down. I just want us to be overbought. So we're overbought, everybody's coming down. And on the 4 hour, we're just reaching overbought. Miners are just starting to turn. I prefer to have the red line a little further up into the overbought area, but this kind of satisfies me. We are overbought here. So since I have those two pieces, I need to figure out what the trade is worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, Euro NZD, I am going to go to a clean chart. So unlike the some of the trades where we already know what we're going to try to get out of them, here I need to figure out what the trade is worth. So Euro NZD. And let's do save. And let's refresh it. There we go. I'm going to crunch it up so I can get more data points. I want to know where the support and resistance is. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And those stopping points become the limits of where I'm going to trade within. So by, for whatever reason, the market seems to respect these stopping points. And because I want to get in and get out, I don't want to trade through them. So you can see it kind of stopped over here, and it looks like it stopped in here. So there's one. Let's put these on the Euro USD. These tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. So stopped in here. Looks like it stopped in here, over here, over here, over here, over here. And we've got two, and we're at 75.35. 75.35 to 76.08. So that's almost 70. It should probably be half of that. So I'm going to just drop one more in between there and see what we've got. Oops. Now, if it's something I trade a lot, I already have these pre-drawn in. But since I don't normally trade this, so it seems to stop right in here. So now I'm going to kind of pull this back up so that it's easier to look at and see where we're at. Now, you can see we're kind of right. It's bouncing right on this line. So we drew a pretty good one right in here, right in here. So we've got a good line. And then I guess this next line, seems to me we could probably even pull it down just a little bit more to here, because it's stopping here, stopping here, stopping here. So I'm going to trade within this range, and we're right at the top of the range. In fact, it's kind of pushing, trying to break through into that next channel. I want to know what the trend is, and the trend is kind of which way it's been trading over the last generally several days. So here we got a bit of an uptrend. Here we got a bit of a downtrend. I want to know the trend, because that's going to determine how many pips I'm going to trade. If I'm trading with the trend, I'm going to take more pips than if I'm trading against the trend. So right now, it looks like we're trading into a downtrend, at least on the short term here. And we have got I don't like that we've got 46 pips from where the price is now to down here. And we've got no up. Oops. Let's get rid of this. Delete. Let's save this. And let's go back and look at the signal. All right, so the signal has changed while we've been watching. The signal has changed. So it went from down to up here. So you can see here when we started looking at this, the red line was just touching the blue line, and now it's pushing up. So this is saying that there's a little bit more up, And I had mentioned that I like to see the red line a little further up before taking the trade. So this isn't quite ready yet. So we are going to pass. We're going to pass on this. We're going to pass on this one. So while we're doing our analysis, the setup changed. And it looks like we're going to close on the north side of that resistance line. And now, next hour, if it closes on this side of that line, I wouldn't probably take the trade because I wanted to break this line again. And you can see it did close on the north side of this line. So now we got a new candle because we're in the new hour. So all right, gang. We didn't find a good trade this morning. That's okay. The part of the purpose of this, I'd like to give you guys a trade every time we get together, but we want to take good trades. Sometimes the best trade we take is the trade that we don't take because it's much harder to come back from a losing trade. So I'd rather take fewer trades that win than take a bunch of trades and I have to kind of work out of a hole every once in a while. So you can make good money taking 2 or 3 trades a day as long as they're good trades. So we didn't see a good trade this morning. These indicators are very accurate. The best I know, what I trade off of exclusively, I've been trading 4 years, got a little under an 80% accuracy rate. We can teach you to do this. So if you've got the time, commitment, and energy, we're here. We can help you. I know we can help you. So we will see you again. We'll be doing this again Thursday morning, same bat time, same bat channel, and tonight at around 4:15, I will send out the overnight trade setup. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on Thursday morning. Bye-bye.